comes your way every Wednesday at 11:15, and today is no different. Today we are talking about something very, very interesting, something I would say one of the largest growing fields within the within the realm of IT itself. We are talking about cybersecurity, specifically Women in Cyber 2024, WIC 2024. In studio today we have engineer Dr. Megat Zuhairy, Megat Tajuddin, who is the Chief Executive of the National Cybersecurity Agency, NACSA, of Malaysia, and he's here to talk about WIC 2024, which is set to take place on the 25th of April 2024 in Putrajaya, organized by NACSA Malaysia and co-organized by Alpine Integrated Solutions in Berhad. It pledges to be a pivotal event in driving the mission to narrow the gender disparity within the cybersecurity realm, offering a platform for empowerment, inspiration, and community building for women in the field. And without further ado, let me introduce to you Engineer Dr. Megat Zuhairy. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you, KG. Thank you for having me today.
All right, it's an absolute pleasure to have you in the studio today. Of course, this is your second time here,
Yeah.
and you've been here a couple of times, and you've spoken about cybersecurity as well. And before we start, could you just provide a brief background about the Women in Cyber 2024 program?
Thank you. Unfortunately, I do not have my women today yet to go because they've been busy at work preparing the event, which is going to be in April 25th at the Everly Putrajaya Hotel, Women in Cyber 2024. It is actually a collaboration between NACSA, National Cybersecurity Agency, which is an agency under National Security Council, in collaboration with Alpine Integrated Solutions in Berhad, AIS, with the theme Breaking Barriers, Driving Excellence. In 2023, we had a Women in Cyber luncheon held during the Cyber Defense and Security Exhibition and Conference IDES 2023. So this year we make it an official Women in Cyber event, which we plan to have it a yearly event to celebrate women involvement in cybersecurity, and also a platform for us to provide support, mentorship, and promoting cybersecurity profession among women in Malaysia. So this will be held in 2 weeks' time. And actually next week, inviting everyone to join and participate in this event, as women especially, so that we could have a networking session with all the women in cyber, as well as getting more information on cybersecurity, having more panel session and talks about cybersecurity. Hopefully it could be a start for us to promote more women in joining cybersecurity profession in Malaysia.
And as I've been made to understood, because my friends are also within this particular industry themselves, it is one of the fastest growing industry, and it's looking for more people than it currently has. And let's talk about the program. What is the significance of the Women in Cyber program, and why is it important to celebrate women's involvement in cybersecurity, Dr. Megat?
Okay, I like to highlight the statistics. Malaysia requires about 25,000 those joining a cybersecurity profession by 2025.
That's right? Next year. Wow.
Next year, yeah. But right now we only have 13,000. We need half, 100% more than what we have right now. Being cybersecurity is, I believe, a profession which requires, it's a part of the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, which government aim to have 60% those choosing STEM as compared to the other profession, which we are right now at 40%. And usually this technical field, science, technology, engineering, and math, usually male-dominated profession.
Quite true.
Me being an engineer, it's at only 10% going towards engineering. 90% are all male because of the physical requirements, physical strength, the environment which is not suitable for women, especially in Malaysia. So I believe that cybersecurity field, being in cyber, the environment it's more welcoming for women in a on your table with a PC in front, but it requires technical,
Critical.
analytical thinking, problem solving, which I believe that this is not gender bias.
Yeah, that is true.
So this platform, Women in Cyber 2024, aim to promote that. You know, by having people going to this cybersecurity field, we actually promoting those in this field, which is very attractive. We need 13,000. We could also then contributing to that 60-40% of promoting STEM in Malaysia. So that is the aim of this event. However, I mean, it is not Malaysian issues, it's global issues. In fact, a research in 2022 revealed that only 25% cybersecurity roles are filled by women. So not just filling the roles, but also we are looking for more leaders in cybersecurity among women.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Right, so a tall number right there. Now, let's talk about the objectives of WIC 2024 and how it aims to empower women in cybersecurity, Dr. Megat.
One, we basically we want to showcase the current talent and expertise in Malaysia. By showcasing that, we could actually promote those who sees that it is a profession that could provide a better career path for women. We will be inviting several panel speakers, for example, Nurul Izzah, for example, although she is not in the cybersecurity field, but she would talk about women empowerment, choosing the right profession, for example. We will also invite several those who are prominent speakers from Microsoft, Amazon, for example, which are all Malaysian who has been successful in this field. One from Extro as well. So number one. Number two is that, again, relating to what we aim to have 25,000 cybersecurity in Malaysia, we need to accelerate that. Accelerating by awareness. One of it is through one of this event is Women in Cyber, because I feel that the gap is not so much of there are not many talent here in Malaysia. The gap is due to that talent chose different field, assuming that this field is again gender bias towards men and so on. So yeah.
Right, so there is a lot of myths about this field. So one of it would be to also break those myths that it's not a man-dominated field.
Yep.
This is a field that both men and women can both thrive in together. Yep. All right, Dr. Megat, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a very short break, and once we come back, there is more to talk about Women in Cyber 2024. Do not go anywhere. We are currently on What Matters, and you're listening to TRAXX. We will be right back. Welcome back. We are currently speaking about Women in Cyber 2024 and what matters on TRAXXfm. Today in our studio, we do have Engineer Dr. Megat Zuhairy, Megat Tajuddin, the Chief Executive of NACSA Malaysia. So, Doctor, how does the theme, Breaking Barriers, Driving Excellence, relate to the goals of the Women in Cyber 2024 program?
Okay. To respond to that, I think I would like to share our recent development of the cybersecurity bill, which was tabled in the Parliament on the 25th of March and passed in 27th of March by Dewan Rakyat and Dewan Negara. This bill was actually developed with a very tight deadline. The Prime Minister wanted us to make sure that it had been tabled in March, which we have been successful doing that. The team that developed this cybersecurity bill consists of 70% are all women.
Wow.
And only 3 of us, including me, are part of the team. So the success of this cybersecurity bill contributed by this 70% of women in NACSA. Excellent people, very hardworking, smart working. This bill will actually establish a certain baseline that agencies, not just government, private sector as well, has to fulfill certain baseline on cybersecurity, health and hygiene. By not fulfilling that baseline, they are it's against the law. The law says that they could be penalized or even to imprisonment for 3 years. So it's not the bill is not to penalize, but it's just to say that the importance of us making sure that our organization is fulfills the standard of cybersecurity. Having said that, the bill actually break one barrier, is that we have a legal and making NACSA a regulatory body in looking on overall aspect of cybersecurity in Malaysia. These barriers actually drive the requirements of more people in cybersecurity. I see that personally, that 70% are all excellent people. So I want to highlight that this extraordinary achievement, not just those contributing to the bill, but also I see that many of those contributing in their organization in terms of cybersecurity, in cybersecurity aspect, many of them are women. So I see the potential among women to getting more into this field to a certain extent, not just for those graduated from the universities, but also those in different fields to migrate or move in their mid-career to cybersecurity. Not just those in IT, but also those engineering or the other aspect of technical that they have the capability by giving them more opportunity to go training and certification. We could get their potential into this very demanding field. So one of it, hence this breaking barriers and driving excellence was chosen as our team. Yeah.
All right. I love the fact that 70% of your team were women who actually made the bill that will now be followed by, and it's a bill first of its kind, right?
Yes, in Malaysia, yeah.
First of its kind in Malaysia, and wow, that is very, very interesting to hear. And Dr. Megat, what can participants expect from the Women in Cyber 2024 program, and how would it contribute to their professional development?
Okay. We will have panel discussions, workshops, as well as exhibitions. We had about 12 cybersecurity companies as committed to participate in our exhibition booth. The panel discussion, as I said earlier, Nurul Izzah Noor has agreed as one of the panel session. Representative from Microsoft and also Amazon, Astro are among the panelists in the program. We hopefully we get a confirmation from Yang Berhormat Hajah Nancy Shukri, the Minister of Women, to be as the panel keynote speaker of our event. There are the topic that we'll be discussing not just on technical aspect, but also the one of it is about mentorship, whereby those who joining this new field, so-called new field, will be assist among those who's already in the field to make sure that they have the right chose the right path, because cybersecurity is not just one small field. You could go to threat intelligence. You could also go in terms of ethical hacking. You could also into auditing and other aspects. So this platform will be a start for those choosing the right mentor, maybe looking into certain aspect of cybersecurity field which suits their interests and also requirements. But also we also provide other for us to promote program which NACSA is. For example, we also offer cybersecurity courses and certification scholarships under collaboration with our EC Council, which we receive 5 million ringgit of scholarship for offering to 2,000 Malaysians to participate and get certification. We also provide a certain platform for school children, secondary and primary, to understand what the cybersecurity is all about, so that they could understand and create passion among those school children. But also we promote achievements among those in this field. So there are, this year is quite different, because last year is all about panels, keynote speakers, but this time around we have workshops and also networking session among women in cybersecurity. Yeah.
Very, very good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a very short break.
Sure.
And once we come back, there is more to talk about right here on Trax. So don't go anywhere. We are speaking about Women in Cyber 2024. A drop in the ocean. All right. And welcome back to What Matters on TRAXXfm Women in Cyber 2024 with Engineer Dr. Megat Zuhairy Megat Tajuddin, the Chief Executive of NACSA Malaysia. Now, Doctor, how do you see the future of women in cybersecurity? What steps can be taken to further encourage inclusivity in this critical growing industry?
Again, we need 13,000 by next year.
This is like a job call right here. Anybody who's already in IT, want to move jobs, want to move your field, this is a good field to move to.
Yes. It is one of my KPI. I have to make sure that we have 25,000.
That's your KPI. That's a very high KPI, Doctor.
One is that with the bill, everyone has to have their own cybersecurity team. Which is compulsory under the law, especially those agency which is NCII, National Critical Information Infrastructure. It's compulsory by the law.
Wow.
You have a proper team so that they will make sure that organization in being protected in cybersecurity aspect. So by having that,
this has to be internal.
Or we do not make it compulsory, but usually people would want to have it internal because their data is very crucial to have it external people to make sure that their cybersecurity being protected by external party. So by saying that, industries needs cybersecurity talents. So conventional way of weighting the higher education institution of higher education to produce that much within 1 year will not be possible. So what we need is that we looking for those who want to shift the career, because of those fresh graduate will not become managers, so they will come as in the entry level. We need managers as well, so managers have certain criteria, which I think by having this mid-career shift program, promoting those in not just IT, those in technical field, can be those engineers, can be someone in legal as well, those in the management but interest in IT, in cybersecurity, will provide that platform. Again, we have that scholarship. We have also program with our Cybersecurity Center of Excellence collaboration with the BlackBerry, our collaboration with the universities, providing sponsored and fully funded programs for those who want to shift career. It is something that this will accelerate. Hopefully, this KPI will be achieved in next year. But again, my worry is that once we have that, those qualified and certified and willing to shift to cybersecurity, they might get offers outside Malaysia.
That is true.
Which is the trend now. But then I realized that it is not Malaysian issue, but it's also worldwide issues. So what we need to do is to make sure that the environment is very welcoming, supportive, and attractive. One is that although I think the current generation does not just look reward per se, they also look into the aspect of work-life balance. Some they might say that I do not want to go to work 9 to 5. They're being productive maybe from 5 to 1 o'clock in the morning. Cybersecurity provide that because attacks, protection of organization is not from 9 to 5.
Yep.
It's around the clock. So it provides flexibility. You do not have to come to work you can do work from home. You can work everywhere because it is all about cyber. The future is cyber. Cybersecurity is the trend. It is very attractive. It offers good remuneration. Just an example, one of my interns for 6 months, and he continue as under my STEP program for another 6 months for 1 year in NACSA. He's been offered by one of the leading banks in Malaysia as a starting salary almost 5,000 for just 1 year experience.
Yeah.
So it's very attractive, and it's even more attractive to women because the working environment. You can work from home, although even you have moved to your with families and so on, the environment still
welcomes you.
Welcoming. Yes. So,
Very true.
yep.
And what are your aspirations and expectations for the impact as well as outcome of the Women in Cyber 2024 program?
Again, I would like to see more leaders among women, which I see there are many of them. I would like to relate to. I'm an engineering background. Those leaders who are potential leaders in engineering usually stop to a point when they have potential to become leaders. They stop because for personal reason, for whatever reason, or maybe the career environment is not as feasible for them to continue become leaders in engineering, for example. But in cybersecurity or if IT in general, it is those who in this field should continue in their career and lead in cybersecurity, which I see that again in my direct experience in NACSA. Many stays in this field, very successful, excellent in doing their job, and I want them to continue.
Yes.
Don't stop. For personal reason, for whatever reason, because it is a waste of their experience. It is a waste for Malaysia as a country. But again, let's look cybersecurity as our contribution to the nation, because we're protecting our nation. We always see when it comes to security, it's all about men. You have to be, you have to have a physical strength. You have to have certain aggressiveness. But in this field, aggressive strength in leaderships are all about in the mind.
Yes.
About your talents, your skill, your capability of processing and deciding what action need to do strategically, which I feel that it is very interesting and attractive to women. So this will be a yearly event, I hope, so that in fact those accompanying me today are all three women. So again, I wish my director to come here and talk her personal experience. But I think it is more. I believe me being man, it is a sincere response of me seeing women in my field that they're so big. There are many bigger potential inside in them, which they do not foresee. By giving them that challenge, the potential in them is just. It's out there. So yeah, I think Women in Cyber 2024 will be a starting point for those experiencing the challenge that they face in cybersecurity and promote more women in entering this field. Yeah.
All right, sure. And where can the public get more information about the program?
We have a website, www.cydes.my. CYDES is actually a short form of a Cyber Defense and Security Exhibition and Conference. Women in Cyber is part of that event, which we're going to have next year, 2025, of CYDES.
Could you spell out CYDES?
CYDES, www.cydes.my.
Okay.
So it is our official website. You will get there will be a page on Women in Cyber in that website. I would like to invite everyone to register and participate and look at the agenda, and then you will see an interesting interesting talks that you could. It's free. It will be in the Everly Putrajaya Hotel on 25th of April 2024. So we're expecting about 300 to 400 participants in this event. So we promote those who have not get the chance to register, please register. It is next week, April 25th in Everly Putrajaya Hotel.
All right. So it's not Just to be clear, it's not only for women, right? Men can also come.
Yes, of course.
They can come.
Unfortunately, I'll be one of the speakers. Unfortunately.
I think it's more of a fortunate. You're a very good speaker today.
So yeah, men. It's not just, although it's women in cyber, the men participating in this event shows your support. Because I don't think cybersecurity field will be successful. I mean, the objective of government will be successful without the support of women in this field, because we need more of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no way we're going to be able to plug that 13,000 deficit without with just men or just women.
Yes.
It's got to be from both sides.
Yep.
And before we end for today, Doctor, anything else you want to add for our listeners out there?
Again, regardless of gender, those interested in advancing in cybersecurity and promoting inclusivity to engage with the women in Cyber 2034, I encourage everyone to participate and join. Again, not just women, but also men. It is very important, your support and participation in driving positive change and creating more equitable environment in cybersecurity field. Join us in breaking the barriers and driving excellence in cybersecurity in Malaysia.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much. And with that, it's a big thank you from all of us here. And we wish you the best with your event on the 21st. And to our listeners, we spoke about Women in Cyber 2024, which is happening 21st of April 2024, with our guest engineer, Dr. Megat Zuhairy, Megat Tajuddin, Chief Executive of NACSA, Malaysia. It is a very interesting field. Do look out for more information online, and I'm pretty sure you'll be very surprised of what they have to offer. Right now, it's more music. We will be back in the next hour. Don't go anywhere.